Oops, I think I could close this. I leave things messy all the time. Good morning. This is January 2nd. It's my daughter Sherry's birthday. So I'm going to call her as soon as I get off. I live in Arizona and she lives in West Virginia. So, anyway, today I wanted to talk about emotional aromatherapy. I can remember, and I've mentioned this on this channel before, but when I first joined doTERRA in March 2013, it was not too long after that, I watched a video from Dr. Hill, and he said that we're not hypochondriacs, that our emotions cause our illness. And I really believe that's true. I believe that was true then, that if we're always angry, or we're always depressed, or we're always ungrateful and grumpy, whatever, then certain illnesses bring that on. And for instance, here's something I have: positive properties, negative properties. Here's emotional root to your physical ailment. It has here, it's got, if you're stubborn, you're going to have a lot of back pain. Uh, and then it tells you what oils to use to help. And you want to be more flexible with your body and your emotions. There's just so much we could, I had all those hours of coaching classes, life coaching with Karen, and oils can help, but we also have to change our way of thinking when it comes to emotions and our illnesses. In recognizing the emotional root to your physical ailment, there's just so many things that we can learn. Um, Here's a particular illness that a friend of mine has. I'm going to call her on that today. Uh, and then there's even dogs. They have emotions, etc. too. And with dogs, we can do dog reflexology, and you put the oils on. It says here eyes, sinus, ears, etc. It tells you what part of the foot to massage, and in between, also the little pads you can massage. And it tells you back here some of the oils to use. And then, of course, we can massage oils on the back, up and down the spine, and these help. But let's just say if you're being mean to your dog, I don't care how many oils you put on, he's still going to be afraid, and he might get mean too. So, we have to do different things depending on what's wrong with us or our pets. And then I'm going to get back to a little bit about the history in the Bible, because they embalmed with essential oils way back when. And it says here, I took notes, they used cedarwood, frankincense, and myrrh about the time of Joseph. And then later on, in the New Testament, they added sandalwood and basil. So we could still embalm with, I think I don't know if my kids would put essential oils in my ashes, but I would like that. And if either one of my two dogs would die now, I think I would, have their ashes, and I would put some essential oils in it. And back in the day when they used to do all this embalming, and they put them in the pyramids, when pyramids are opened up, even to this day, you can smell the essential oils. You can smell the odor. And remember, a week or two ago, I mentioned how when God created the world, He made plants first before He made animals and people, so that they would have food and medicine, but also for the breathing, because they weren't put into homes. But if we diffuse our oils, it's as good as living outside as far as our health is concerned. And I always diffuse in this room because my dogs and I are in this room the most. And right now, for a bunch of years, I've been putting the balance in there because my big boy used to be hyper. He's really not anymore. I probably don't need to do it. But and sometimes if I'm going someplace besides the dog park, I will put balance on both of them, on their spines, because it just helps keep them calmer. So that's one thing we can do for dogs that are hyper or don't behave well or whatever. And walking and exercising, dogs need exercise just like we do. There's a lot of things we can do to help ourselves besides use oils, but oils is absolutely the best. And I love to have oils in my home. And I was at a friend's yesterday, and I met her when I was taking the coaching classes. I don't know, probably 10 years ago now. We took them for 3 years, uh, 5 days a week for 3 years. She gave us we and we learned a lot and we studied a lot, and we got to know each other well. It was online, but still you got to know each other well, and we became friends. There were some of us that lived in the Chandler Mesa area, and we became friends. So one girl I've been on the phone with quite a bit. She's moved several times, and so yeah, but the phone is a wonderful thing, and talking to people via Messenger where you can see them, that's a wonderful thing too, I think. I it just life. There's a lot of good things in this world, there really is, if you want to keep in touch. Now, and it's okay to text, but you really need to do more talking on the phone. You need to hear people's voices because that helps us feel more secure. It makes us feel happier. So these are things we need to do, not just texting. I like to text, and it's like when I was on my way to my friend's house yesterday, I texted. I said, "Well, I'm on my way." I'm not against texting. It's not a mortal sin or anything, but it's it helps us emotionally better to keep in touch and use our voice. Voices are important. And like I said, there's a lot of things we can do to keep ourselves emotionally fit, but essential oils especially are awesome. And it's been here since the beginning of time. It's what God wants us to use. He wants us to be kind of outdoorsy. We feel better when we're outside or when we're inside breathing in oils, because it's like just the way it was meant to be from the beginning of time, where we appreciate the taste and odor of plants. So just keep doing that for yourself. Keep loving yourself enough to take care of yourself. And oils are just a perfect way to help stay healthy and to even cure illnesses. Uh, But here again, you can use oils or anything, but if you're going to stay angry all the time, if you're not going to give up your anger, you're still not going to feel real good. So we need to be emotionally well in order to stay well. Um, and use oils to get us to that point where we're feeling good. I'm going to pass. I've got a lot to do today, and I'm sure you do too. So you have yourself a good January 2nd. And I hope this is the best year ever. The year 24 is going to be the best year for you ever. Thank you.